We are live. Right on. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hope everyone out there is having a good night. Welcome to the Late Night Edge. It is me, your host, Shay5969. And I hope that everyone out there is doing well tonight. Hope y'all are rocking it, having a good evening wherever you are. Tonight was a pretty chill night for us. Carried my Adira over here. I love this blade. I'm a big fan. MagnaCut blade. Super good action. Took me a minute to get used to the access lock, but broke in super good, and I love carrying it. It's a good sized one too. Hey, Mr. Mouse, what up, though? Hey, hope you and the wife have a good evening, brother, man. Take it easy. I appreciate you stopping in just to say what up. But that is what I carried today. I seen your awesome throwback Benchmade posts, man. Those are sweet. You got some good ones. In your Hinderer post, that was sick. I do not have a Hinderer in my collection yet. That's one that I definitely would like to pick up eventually for sure. But I feel like you either love them or don't like them, but I don't mind the different side of the scales. One being one way, one being another. That doesn't really bother me. I just want to try a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? That's it. But yeah, we had my nephew's birthday party today, so that was fun. Nothing too crazy. Went over there, celebrated. He's super into planets right now, so we got him one of those projectors that project the planets on the wall. He was really excited. Neil Mack, what up, though? Hope you're having a good night, brother man. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you're doing well this evening. No Casey tonight. He is out sick. Yeah, it's been going around over here. I feel like it's always going around, especially this time of year. Especially because it's been like hot, cold, hot, cold. We had some nice weather, which is like good, but then it gets cold again. It gets everybody sick. Unfortunately. And then it ripped through our house. Wife got sick, kids got sick. I got it a little bit, but not too bad, thankfully. Thankfully, I usually don't get it too bad. Usually the wife and the kids get it first. But it does happen. But I was thinking about putting a lanyard on the bug out, since I got some sweet lanyards, courtesy of Robin. 52 in the desert. Oh yeah, it dipped back down this evening, and it started freaking snowing again. What is it right now? I don't know. It's not too bad right now. It's 30 right now. 29 right now. But yeah, just started snowing again though, so that's what. I'm not gonna say it sucks, but it just, when it warms up and gives you that little taste of like 50s and you're like, ooh, this is nice. And then it immediately snows. You're like, gosh darn it. What a buzz killing thing. But, weather, Michigan shit, what can you do? But 52 sounds good right now. For sure. Got my little Lions Lego guy. Hell yeah. I'm a diehard Detroit Lions fan. I put him on the mat. Can't forget about Megatron, one of the greatest wide receivers ever. He was fun to watch play for the Lions for sure. So yeah, I was thinking throwing this lanyard onto the bug out. Since it's like tan, it kind of matches this one a little bit, you know, with the orange and yellow and the tan. So we'll see how easy that is to do. Sometimes these lanyards, man, can be a real pain in the butt. But yeah, we watched some good basketball games on today. Michigan lost to Duke, but that was like a super good basketball game. Back and forth. It was like within 5 points the whole game. Until the very end, Duke kind of pulled away with it. But it was a freaking good basketball game. And then the Pistons kicked butt. They're super fun to watch. I used to play a lot of basketball when I was younger, but it's been some years. So I still like watching basketball quite a bit. I don't play like I used to, but you know. Also, basketball is a good sport that you can play when you're like any age, really. Pick up games or whatever, you know. You don't got to get too crazy with it. But yeah, there we go. We got ourselves a sick lanyard on the bug out now. Full beat on there. Dallas, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. Put a lanyard Robin sent me on the bug out. So it's got a tail now. I dig it. I love this knife. I've been carrying it so much. Keep going back to this, my Devo Growler XL. Kaiser Sheepdog. Robin, what up, though? Hope you're doing well, man. Just threw this lanyard on the bug out. Great EDC knife, man. Can't go wrong with the bug out. KZ, what up, Doe? Hope you're doing well. Stephen Parks, what up, Doe? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Steve Parks, you see my Lego guy? Our Lego Lions guy? Shout out Steve Parks, fellow Lions fan. But yeah, what's everyone rocking tonight? What y'all got in the pockets? What were you carrying today? Depends on your state, brother, man, KZ, but probably Michigan. I know actually there's a law in the works right now that they're trying to pass a 5.5-inch law so you can carry a double-inch blade again, or a double-edged blade again, as long as it's 5.5 inches or under. But we'll see if it passes. Who knows? But I always heard that as well growing up, that it's supposed to be the palm of your hand or whatever. But I think it's 4.75 inches is the legal. But I had to like Google it because I'm not certain on that. And you know, all states are different, so check your state laws for sure. I have an imaginary Kershaw. Something good is coming. Nice. That's what's up, KZ. That's what's up. Oh, yeah, yep. I had some fun today, Robin. I went over to my nephew's B-Day party. He was having a blast. We got him some, me and the wife got him one of those projectors that display the planets. He's like obsessed with planets right now. So he was like really freaking stoked on that. And it has like a remote. You can like put each planet individually on your bedroom ceiling, you know, and cycle through all the different ones. He was about it. He was about it. It was fun. And then we got him, he really likes big trucks, you know, like garbage trucks and semi trucks and all this stuff. So my dad got him a really cool semi truck with a high-low that goes into the semi truck. Like you can load stuff onto the semi truck. That's pretty cool. And then we got him a new garbage truck, and you push the button and like the can goes up and dumps the garbage on it. It's really cool. He loves that kind of stuff. Him and my youngest are like 8 days apart. Somebody was like saying, "There's like, dude, your nephews look just like you." I'm like, yeah, we got that strong genetics. Astrophotography. That sounds sick, dude. That sounds really, really sick. When I was younger, one of my neighbors had this really cool telescope. It was like had a remote control and everything. You could like set the coordinates. Man, that thing was sick. But it was like hard to like get a good night to check out the stars and stuff, you know. Yeah, those are sick, Robin. Oh yeah, the RC excavators, dude. Those are sick. People get really, really into them, man. I laugh so hard. You ever see the videos where it's like the wives will be like, "Yeah, where's all our husbands on a Friday night?" And then they're like all gang up and they go into one of their house's basements, and it's just like 5 dudes sitting around with their RC excavator, the RC dump truck, the RC crane. That shit's hilarious, dude. Hilarious. Go to Dark Star Park, located to the west of the Mackinac Bridge. That's what's up. Oh, the rotation of the Earth, super cool. Let you shooting at nebula and galaxies. That's so sick, Robin. That sounds dope. YouTube Music Portal, what up, Doe? Hope you're doing well, brother, man. Hope you're having a good evening. Oh, there you go. That's what's up. Paul Mills, what up, Doe? My youngest has a Bowser a Bowser doll from Mario that smokes and shoots smoke out of the mouth and stuff. That's dope. Dude, straight up, Robin. That's what's up. Hey, Mick Ranger, what up, Doe? Hope you're doing well, brother. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, thank you, KZ. I like that, Matt. It's a good one. It's rubber, hard rubber. I bought they're in the laundry or whatever, but I bought some shirts from Donnie. Bless Knives, Laser Ghost Knives. I want to get a Ripley one day, but you know, those bad boys are pretty expensive. Seen some gnarly Ripleys. But yeah, like I said, I carried the Adira today. And when we went to the party, all the ladies were carrying a nice pocket knife. So I made a little silly video about it. And then my daughter, my oldest daughter, she stole this pocket knife from me. And she's like, "Dad, I'm carrying this for the rest of the day." And I was like, "Dude, it's a good knife, man." Heck yeah, Paul, that's what's up. I would like a Ripley knife from Donnie to match the shirt, but you know what I mean. That's another day in the future. Yeah, straight up, Robin. She has good taste for sure. She's like, then that started the whole. When can I get my first pocket knife? And then we were talking about it, and I was like, soon. You're getting older, you know. And then she was like, "Well, you had your first one when you were younger than I am." I was like, "Yeah, but I was in Scouts and we learned how to use them and like take care of them and look after them before we were allowed to have them, you know." She's like, "Yeah, that's a good point, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Yeah, so we'll take some time. We'll, learn the ways to take care of them and how to properly carry them and yada, yada." Maybe get her her first pocket knife soon. I don't know. She's almost 13, so almost that time. which is crazy. Time flies. My, how time flies, right? Youngest just turned 8, man. And we got the Infinity fidget spinner out tonight. I love this thing. I won it in a giveaway or something like that. This thing just goes on forever. Oh man, the rubber band guns. That's what's up. This used to be a lot of fun back in the day for sure. Yeah, that background music isn't blowing anybody's ears out, is it? Oh, I got my new computer back, thankfully, after getting fixed, so I can adjust all the levels of everything, unlike on my other computer for some reason. Cool, cool. Thank you, Dallas. I appreciate you. But yeah, a bunch of stuff on the table tonight. Got the old Imperial. Shout out my grandpa. The old Imperial. This is pre-1950s. My buddy said it's pre-40s, but I'm not sure. He said the nail nick makes it pre-40s. American. It has the old, let's see if we can focus, the diamond edge on there. Broken tip. Made in New York. I love this thing. I'm going to start carrying it more. No, I don't want my PC to update. What are you talking about? We don't care about that right now. Yeah, we don't need that right now. What you doing, Dell? Get out of here with that. Oh, nice. You got some new headphones? That's what's up, KZ. What kind? Get some over the ears or some in the ears? I stick with my black webs, man. I tell you, they're just like some generic wireless ones that I got from like Target or something for $20-$25, but they're wireless. But man, the battery lasts all day, dude. I only wear one at a time at the office, you know, and I can make those last literally for an 8-9 hour day at work if I use one at a time, which is really nice. Oh, okay. Some big dogs. That's what's up. Yeah, I like the over ear ones for sure. They like being locked in when I got them on, but also at the office I can't I gotta listen for deliveries and trucks and bells and whistles and stuff, you know. So gotta keep one ear open. But yeah, know how it goes. Especially when you're in the, you know, if you got some high lows and stuff, or you got some heavy machinery going on, or whatever the case may be. You gotta keep one ear on the prize, at least, you know. But yeah, I've been heavy listening to a radio show from Seattle, Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning. I listen to those guys every single day. I love their radio show. Excuse me. They got they ended on a quiz thing, and I'm telling you, I could beat her in the quiz all day. Win Brooks Bucks. She does like a 5-question quiz. I'm telling you, I could kick her butt. But she's pretty good. She wins like 65% of the time. But yeah, and then I got the bug out killer on the table tonight. Bug out versus bug out killer. One's $10, one's $200. But I love my bug out, man. Can't put that thing down. Such a great blade. sometimes I'll carry them both at the same time, and someone's like, "Can I see a knife?" Yep, you can have this one. But at the same time, $10, whatever. That was our grail, man. Bug out killer, excuse me. There's a lot of different versions of them now, too. We got the Rosie out, the Rosecraft. Not the Rosie, excuse me, the Rosecraft. I do not have a Rosie. A Roosevelt machine cow, or whatever. But I love this Rosecraft in D2. It's cool that their new ones are going to be in 14C. Great traditional. Oh, no Casey tonight. He's sick, Steve. Carried your Vulcan Hawk bill today, Robin. That's what's up, though. Yeah, it would be dope if you could post pics in the comment. Yeah, no Casey tonight. He's out sick. Wasn't feeling good. Oh, yeah, totally, man. And they're killing it. Rosecraft's killing it, man. If you like traditionals, check them out. There's a lot of different varieties. That's a French broad jack, but there's a lot of different. I don't know all the names of the jacks, There's like a trapper jack, I don't even know them all. I'm not even going to try. Cockleburl trapper. There's the French broadjack. There's the Barlow. So many different styles of traditionals. I don't know them all. Yeah, same, Steve Parks. I guess he said that he had some buddies from work that were also super sick. And so they were like carpooling together. So he was like, it's probably whatever they got. So you never know. Probably a little stomach flu. But yes, for sure. I messaged him and was like, feel better, eat some saltines, drink some Vernors, get some soup. Yep, Dallas was sick. The girls were both sick. All of them. One at a time, pretty much. And then I got it a little bit, not like as bad as they did. But it ripped through the house pretty quick. Got the Shaman out tonight. I love the Shaman. Great blade. S30V with the CME on there. I don't know if this camera's 4K and the other one's not. I don't know. But either way, it's alright. You gotta have your Spider Co lanyard on there. Shout out Robin. Love that thing. And then I was thinking this thing needs to go on like a donut knife. This donut sprinkles. That one has to go on one of those, I think. It's just the right lanyard for the Desert Warrior pattern, you know what I mean? Pakistan has some heavy axe. Knives. I wish I still had my knives. I was gifted. Trying to carrying some 2 or 3 knives over and over. You know what, Robin? It just really depends. I do like to switch it up. I like to carry my Microtex a lot. I like to carry my Spider Co. I like to carry my Benchmades. But then I also like to, throw in my Kaiser. I like to carry my Voss Steed, my Devo Growler XL. I reach for that one a lot. But typically I'll just carry one. But lately I've been carrying either the Rosecraft in my coin pocket, But I think I'm going to carry this one in my coin pocket this week just for a secondary. And then, yeah, like whatever else. I like the acorn a lot. It's good. Oh yeah, Spydercos are great, man. I mean, subjectively, of course, you know. There's a lot of different models. You can pick up a Spyderco that doesn't lock, like a UK pen knife Spyderco for around $80-$100. But there's also lightweight Spydercos for a good price too. You know what I mean? Seen D2 Russ for the first time. My wife knife from her purse. It was covered in makeup and chocolate. LOL. Oh, right on. Yeah, Robin. I don't like. Man, there's definitely, and then there's the ones that you forget to carry, and it's like, dang, I wish I would have carried that. Dang, I wish I would have carried that. But I have a lot for sure. But for like a collector, I feel like I don't really have a lot of knives for a collector. Like I have probably less than 50 knives, and like, you know, that's not like a crap ton for a serious collector, but also I go through phases, and then I like to trade gear as well. So like I'll go through phases where I'll like go to gun and knife shows and just take a couple blades that are brand new and like trade them for other stuff, you know. So it all just depends. Quality control, yep, there you go. But I tell you though, Robin, since the wife got me the Holman Habfield display case, man, I freaking love that thing. And it's fun to have like the one sitting up top to like rotate through or whatever, you know. I would say that I've definitely moved away from like my love of OTFs. I was like at a point where I had almost every single model OTF from Microtech except the 85 and the 70. I wasn't interested in those just because they were smaller. But I got like out of that phase, and now I only have Ultratech or two, OTF wise. But now I just want manual folders, man. I love it. Love manual folders more now, I think. I wish I would have brought down my Kershaw KZ. I got a great one, all black too. But yeah, straight up, Robin, it's so fun to just like carry different ones. I try not to carry more than two, or like that's really the max. I like to carry is 2 pocket knives at one time. It's just, you know, whatever, overkill. But I always have my box cutters on my desks and stuff laying around, and I tend to use those mostly. Trash those. Just have one OTF, the Direct. The Direct is a great blade, dude. The Direct is a super great blade. I preferred the Direct Delta, but again, I couldn't carry a double-edged blade, so I kind of was like, well, it's fun to have this, but instead of letting it sit on the shelf, let's trade it for something else, you know? Yeah, OTFs have their place for sure. Super fidgety, but definitely a lean towards folders or a folder and a fixie. Yeah, right on, Robin. That's what's up. Yeah, and like I think about this more now. Like I said this in a previous video, right? It's like you don't always want to pull a knife out and scare the crap out of somebody, right? And it's like, not that you're going to necessarily do that when you pull out your friggin' Microtech OTF, right? Not that you're going to scare anybody, but you could make somebody who is like on the fence about knives not want one, or like make them turn away from it, right? And I think about that more now, is like I don't want to put anybody off to this hobby if they're on the fence about it, or, you know, maybe they're like having mixed feelings about it. Like I just don't want to be the reason that somebody's like, oh, I don't want a knife, you know, or whatever, right? Which is like totally a weird thing, I guess. But and sometimes it is fun to have that and pull that out and get that reaction, right? But you're not always after that anymore, or at least myself, right? Like I'm not really always after that reaction necessarily, right? I want something that I can hand to somebody and like let them use and like, oh wow, this is cool. What is this? You know what I mean? And then it opens the door for that conversation and then things like that, you know. Just things to think about. Things I've thought about more as I've gotten older, you know. Oh yeah, I do love M390. M390 is legit. For sure, I'm a big fan of that. M390, LMAX, 204P, S30V, I like S30V a lot. I've never had any problems with D2. I don't know, some people don't like it, but I've never had any problems with it, and I've had it perform good for a while. I've had it hold edges a while. I've never had any D2 rust on me. I did have the fuller of some M390 rust up on me, but that's really about it, but not a lot. I like 154 CM. I like 14C28 on a lot. That's a really good blade steel. Oh, nice, Gabe. That's what's up. It's a VV flipper. Great choice. Great choice. That's what's up. That's what's up. So I was rocking the real pants, not just the pajama pants. Nice. Yeah, I'm a blue jeans guy, man. I'm always wearing jeans. I like my jeans. But yeah, Civivi does make a really good blade, man. They're all over too. And then Civivi Sencut weave, right? So that's like 3 of the same, you know. If you want a really fancy Civivi, you can go grab a Wii. And if you want to save yourself some bucks, go grab a Sencut, you know. All 3 of them are pretty highly spoken of, you know. I have a positive experience with Civivi and Sencut for sure. Henry G, what up, Doe? Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. And then Gabe, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. You would like less lethal. Yeah. Yeah, that's what kind of what also, right? Like, you know what I mean? With the OTFs and stuff, you know, they can get a little intimidating to hand somebody, or even just, you know, pull out in the scenario. Things I've thought about as I've gotten older, you know. But you never know. Got a few decent flashlights out on the table. Got my Nebo. I love this thing. Designed in Texas but made in China. But a good brand of flashlight that you can save some money on. Won't break the bank. It's not going to cost you as much as an O-Light does, but it still works good. Still has a good battery. This one you can use as a power bank. It's got your magnetic base, pocket clip, magnet on the bottom, laser as well. Super bright floodlight. I think it's 1200 lumens, and it's got the red light too. But a great alternative to an O-Light. Love that thing. And then this Workos HD02. I love this damn flashlight. I wish it was slimmer, or maybe I should just get a slimmer version. But I won this in a giveaway from Tim's School of Fish, and I freaking love this light, man. It's got a few really bright settings. It has a UV on there, and then it has the wings, which these things come in freaking handy, man. A good flashlight to throw in the car. Little big. Yeah, Kyle, magnet on the back there if you want to throw it on something. And then it's got a big dog pocket clip too. I carried this for like about 10-12 days, right? But it's just like so thick, man. And I got my O-Light arc field on me, which I carry pretty much every single day, just like for a pocket size comparison. When you're used to carrying that every day, this is just an insane jump in pocket space. You know what I mean? But this is an awesome light that performs really, really good. Oh yeah, there you go, Kyle. Under the sink installs. Yeah, the wings are a great feature for sure. I need the Arc Field Pro, the new one that came out. I don't need it, but I would like if I upgrade my Arc Field, I would like the Pro. The Pros are sick. But yeah, those little flashlights come in handy, man, for sure. I always have one on me. I never leave the house without a flashlight, pocket knife, you know, all that good stuff. Handkerchiefs, gotta have a handkerchief. Yeah, and they're super solid. Got a Mad Yako Hank out tonight. Got a Hank by Hank out tonight. This one was made in London, outskirts of London. This one is made in Ohio by Mad Yako. Is pepper spray legal? I have no idea, man. This one you have to Google. A 10-ounce copper flashlight. That's what's up, Robin. Is it like a super sick milled one and stuff like that? I like remember the old mag light, the pocket-sized mag lights that were like relative size of the arc field. I really liked those growing up. My grandpa would always give me those. I would always have a few of those. I don't know. I gotta have a couple of those laying around somewhere. I don't know where they are, but he used to always get those. Oh yeah, totally. Robin sent me a pic. That's what's up. Yeah, those little mag lights were the shit back in the day, Kyle. I remember my grandpa always had a pack of them. You always hook it up with the little ones. But yeah, copper's a good look, man. I love copper and brass, especially when it gets like shipwrecked. It's a good look, man. It's a good look. I should shipwreck my penguin. Oh, like a version of Maglite or whatever. And there's like the Home Depot version, like, what is it, Coast? Those are solid little lights. That's like one of the pocket knives. There's like a $10, $20 pocket knife from Home Depot that got me spun into the madness of really expensive knives because I got super sick of that pocket clip keep bending and breaking. And I just got so mad. I was like, I'm buying a really good knife. I'm sick of this shit. And that led me down the rabbit hole. That was like, I don't even know, 8, 9 years ago, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, who knows? Long time ago, though, you know. Oh, Robin sent me a sick flashlight. Yeah, that's pretty dope, dude. That looks really cool. Some of those custom flashlights, man, go for a lot of money. Just like the custom flashlight game, you know, or the custom pocket knife game, you know. Anything custom, really. But also, you know, you're paying for that craftsmanship, man. When you're paying for something that's made by hand, it's a significant step up in price, but also a significant step up in quality. There's no doubt about that. One day I'll get some of my Marfion customs back. But until then, I will plot on them. This knife is great. Kaiser Sheepdog. Great action. Great blade shape. Great customer service from Kaiser. I like the denim a lot too. The denim's cool. The action's so good. And I got the Orion Cletus out. Orion Cletus. Orion. That's what's up, Robin. That is what's up. Yeah, once you get into those really high customs, man, I just feel like it's hard to go back. But everything serves its purpose. And this is a great hollow ground 14C 28M blade. You can pick up for around 60 bucks. I'm a really big fan of this knife. At first I did not like it, and then I started to carry it, and I liked it a lot more. That blade shape is super utilitarian. I like how it's got that like forward. My buddy always says, Casey always says this reminds him of Count Dooku's lightsaber because of the curved hilt, and I totally see it. And this is a great blade shape. Nice, lightweight, good access to the liner, hollow ground 14C. And this is the guy who started this company worked for QSP, and he was one of the guys that helped design the QSP Penguin. And everybody knows and loves the QSP Penguin, you know what I mean? But yeah, so Orion knives. Cool dude. Cool knife. And you can pick one up for, like I said, around 60, 75 bucks, something like that. $6, $7, whatever. I've heard that so many times in the last couple weeks. But yeah, also hollow ground. So if you like hollow ground blades, that's one you might really like. Yeah, it's a good one, man. It's a lot of fun to play with for sure. The flipper tab on the back is very perfect. I don't like a lot of flipper tabs, but this is very, very well done. It's not too gaudy, and when the blade is out, right? The flipper tab is totally 100% inside of that part of the handle, so you don't see it, and I really like that. I don't like when the flipper tabs stick out a lot, so I do like that a lot. That's one little subtle detail that makes my OCD happy. But yeah, good blade for sure. And then we got Vosteed Acorn. Vosteed's killing it, man. They're doing so many great blades. This is one I feel gets slept on. I say that a lot, but it's just there's so many good blades from Vosteed, so super good action. Again, 14C on bearings. Butter reverse flick. Butter front flip. If you like front flippers, this is a great one. Lanyard came on it. I really like it. Left it. Micarta. Nice pocket clip. I like Vosteed's horse logo. It's really cool. Good 4-finger grip, even without the choke. When you choke up, you get a really good 4-finger grip. Good jimping along the top. And Vosteed's killing it, man. They're making so many good knives. So, like, it's hard to be like, yeah, go pick up the Acorn when there's so many other great Vosteeds as well. But if you like front flippers, pick up the Acorn for sure. I picked this up for under 60 bucks, you know what I mean? Really good buy. 14C again. And like I said, I really like 14C for a budget blade steel. It's one of my favorite. Fun to fidget with. And then, yeah, when I went to my nephew's birthday party today, all the ladies were carrying a sweet knife. So even my mom was carrying 2 blades, 3 blades if you count her multi-tool. So I was like, oh, I got to make a video about this. But my wife's knife is this bad boy. She loves her SOCOM. And then we got the other SOCOM. Bravo. One of my favorite EDC profiles ever. I will for sure be getting the RAM lock SOCOM eventually. Add it to the list of knives, you know. Yada yada. But yeah, if you guys are in the market for something American made, don't hesitate to check out Lone Star Knife and use 5969. Get yourself 10% off on your next one. Yeah, I've been talking about the SOCOM with the RAM lock for so long that they actually made it. And I'm sure it had nothing to do with me saying it for 3 years repetitively, but because like obviously I am me. I am not a significant influence to the world of anything by any means or measures. But it's sick that they made it. Like I really, really want one. Yeah, I like the full size Paul Mills. I don't like the minis. I'm not a big mini fan. No, nothing to do with me. It just I willed it into existence. I talked about it so much for so long nonstop that it got made. So, you know, I got to get it eventually. Add it to the list of knives, you know, the never-ending growing list. And then shout out my other grandpa. I got his knife out here. The Queen's Cutlery Rawhide 440. This thing's a beast. There's the Queen stamp. I had the mini Tonto, but I traded it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the mini SOCOM. I just like the full size so much more. I don't know. Something about the full size in the hand versus the mini in the hand. I just like the full size. Oh yeah, you like that one, KZ? That's a good one. My pops gave that one to me after my grandpa had passed, and it was like molded out and rusted out. I spent a lot of time cleaning it up and then putting a little edge on there. I need to hit it with another little sharpen. Oh yeah, totally. And it's crazy, man. This one is shit closer to 100 years old. You know what I mean? 70, 80 years old. It's pretty freaking sick, and it still folds good. It's got the DE diamond edge, Imperial. My buddy Ozzy, shout out Ozzy, he told me all about these bad boys. He's a big Imperial collector. He likes Imperial folders. Diamond edge. Yeah, same, Robin. Super fun. Oh yeah, there's some good ones around here, KZ. There's some good ones around here. For sure. Last one I went to, I ran into my uncles and my cousins at the gun and knife show. Ended up BSing, hanging out for a bit, walking around for a bit. That was fun. Oh, right on. That's what's up, Casey. Yeah, I love hitting the shows. It's fun. I like to trade gear at the shows. You know what I mean? Take some stuff to trade. You seen this one yet? KZ, I've been talking about this one for forever. Devo Growler XL. It's friggin' huge. But I love this knife, man. 154 cm, G10. Jumping all the way up the spine. Awesome pocket clip. Made by Lefty EDC. Great one, dude. Great action. Great blade. Oh yeah, you gotta trade at the shows, man. It's always fun to see what gear you can come back with $0 spent, you know? Yeah, it's always a good time. Last few times, there hasn't been the best selection, but you know, I mean, it's different every time you go. Oh yeah, hit him up. Lone Star's awesome, man. I got to sit down with Chris, the owner of Lone Star Knife and Supply, and do an interview with him. It was a lot of fun, man. Really fun guy. Really fun guy to talk to. One of those guys, again, that I could spend a lot of time talking to for sure. But I for sure have that where, you know, if you find somebody you share common interest, you end up spending a whole lot of time talking about stuff. How long does shipping take? I'm not sure, man. And he makes videos every day when he boxes orders. So if you watch his Instagram, you could be featured. Your order could be featured in a video where he packs up your order. But they come from Texas, so like probably a week or so. If you don't pay for like overnight or 3-day or whatever it is. Usually you can upgrade to 3-day or overnight, but yeah. Shipping, you know, it can get pricey for sure. See it a lot in the med field. But yeah, a lot of decent stuff on the table tonight. Anybody making any new purchases soon? I'm waiting for Fred the Lug. I'm going to grab a couple off him. I'm going to grab a wingspan, a new breed wingspan, which I'm really excited for, and then Kaiser Feeweed, which I'm really excited for. I'm really excited to try a Loot 10 text design for sure. That'll be fun. And also, I am a big fan of grabbing knives off the secondary for sure. No shame in the game. I don't need it brand new. I just need one. You know what I mean? I'm going to use it anyway. Ooh, Burning Stables Forge Lemmy in the works right now. That's what's up, Robin. That's dope. That is dope. Oh, that's what's up. Save up, make this one really good. Yeah, straight up. Yeah, I'm a used guy. I love Blade Binge, man. I stick on Blade Binge a lot if I'm checking the secondary out. You know what I mean? No shame in that. But every once in a while, you know, or get something new. Save up, do it right. But, you know, typically I'm not afraid to grab something on the secondary. It's not something I like shy away from, you know what I mean? Or I'm not like, oh man, I can't get it used. No, I don't care. I get it used and use it more. Whatever. You know, ain't no shame in the game. But yeah, I really want to check out a Loot 10 text design. So that'll be fun. Get my hands on one of those. And Kaiser's killing it lately. And the Feeweed. Tegan has the Feeweed, and I really like that knife. The front flipper looks sick. Looks like a good blade. And I like Kaiser a lot too. Great company. Doing a lot of good work. My sheepdog's awesome. Their customer service is awesome. So I'm gonna stay rocking some Kaisers for sure. I think when a customer service from a company is above and beyond, you got to keep rocking with them for sure. It speaks a lot when people stand behind their shit, you know, especially in today's times we live in. Yeah, straight up, Robin. And it's like all over too. They have like great $50, $60 knives, and then they have great $100 knives. They have great $150 knives. They have great $250 knives. You know what I mean? So, man, like when it comes to variety, really hard to argue with Kaiser's level of variety, you know? And again, especially when their customer service is on point. And I'll say an underrated Kaiser that I really found that ended up being a lot of fun was the Kaiser Coup, which is the one, I don't have it out tonight, but yeah, straight up. And a lot of companies you can't even get a hold of, dude. Yeah, that's a really good point. And especially when a company's doing it good and honoring their parts. Oh, yeah, we'll send you those replacement screws. No big deal. Oh, yeah, we'll send you out a liner that broke. No big deal. Yeah, that's like, you know, says a lot about a company. But yeah, so the Feeweed will be fun to mess with. I like front flippers a lot too. They're fun. Thumb studs and a front flipper, so. But yeah, and they're one of those companies where like I was a little put off on Kaiser when it came to the Militaw, right? Because I've said this before and I will say it again. They did so many freaking drops of the Militaw, so many variations, so many blade steels, so many colorways, so many handle materials. The Mini, the Militaw put me off from Kaiser for a long time. But as of late, they have been absolutely killing it, and I'm jumping back on their train. So, yeah. But the Militaw, man, everybody seems to really like that knife, and it just did not do it for me. Visually, it didn't speak to my soul. Like, if I had won one in a giveaway, I would, of course, rock it and dig it and like it, probably. But it's not one of those ones that I was, like, thrilled about, and then they just kept overdoing it with the Militaw that I was, like, really put off by it. Yeah. Robin, you're exactly right. Kaiser is one of those companies where it's hard to keep up with the drops, you know? It's already hard enough to keep up with drops, right? But you add their level of, like, stuff they're putting out, dude, who could keep up with Kaiser? They're putting out stuff like mad, dude. Like you're saying, 10 plus knives a month. That's insane. But, like, they're doing it well, so, like, keep doing it, you know? Where's Kaiser based? I'm going to guess China, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, if you were a huge Kaiser fanboy, even then it would be probably super, super hard to keep up with them. Now, having said that, I saw a Militaw the other day that I thought was like, okay, now that's the coolest Militaw I ever seen. It was like a Militaw Hulk collaboration. It was like purple and green and black. That was sick. That was a really cool one. But that was like about the only one I've ever seen all this time that I was like, okay, I would rock that in a heartbeat. All the other Militas I've ever seen, I was like, eh. There was one that was red. I liked that one. That one was okay, red and green or something like that. That was a cool looking one. Looked like watermelon or something. It was sick. But just so many Militas. So many Militas. Excuse me. And I mean, they do it well. They do good knives, you know? So. And obviously they must have been selling, right? Because there must have been a reason they kept putting out so many different versions and versions and versions. So. But, yeah. A lot of different knives. Not a lot of time. Run out of times. Run out of time. Not run out of knives. That's a fact. That is a fact. Robin, you working on you're gonna put out some sweet videos. I heard through the grapevine. You got something coming out soon? That'll be dope. That'll be dope. Heck yeah. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I love it, man. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun making them and editing them and posting them, you know. I enjoy it. I enjoyed doing the video about the bakery. That was a lot of fun, man. Thought it would be cool, you know, just get something different. That's the key, man. Work through it. Work through it. Wise words I heard somebody say that really stuck with me was your first whatever will never be the best, but you'll never be the best at anything until you do the first whatever, right? So I like to think about that one a lot. Improvement through repetition, you know? Practice makes perfect, right? But in the words of Mitch Hedberg, they always say practice makes perfect, but they always say nobody's perfect. So why practice? I love that guy. That's a good stand-up comedian, Mitch Hedberg. Some good stoner comedy for you. And I guess Jim Brewer's coming to Detroit. I would really like to go see him. That would be a funny show. He's a funny dude. Yeah, straight up tragic. Oh, the meta glass is right on, KZ. Let me know how you like them, bud. That's dope. My cousin uses the meta glasses for shooting videos. He does competition shooting, and he uses the meta glasses to film all like the competition shooting stuff. And it's a lot of fun to watch, man. It looks really cool. Comes out really well. He does a lot of 3-gun competitions and then IDPA competitions. And my uncle is an IDPA instructor, so they're all really big into the competitions and stuff. And they're good at it too, man. Oh, excuse me. I gotta stop yawning. Yeah, I always watch his videos and I'm always like, man, that shit looks so much fun. They do that crazy move through the course, switch guns, reload your magazine. It's a lot of stuff, you know. A lot of gear you gotta have for that, for those competitions and stuff. You gotta have a three magazine, 15 round sidearm. You gotta have a rifle with 3 magazines. I think the other one is a shotgun as well. It's a lot of gear just for that, you know. But it's always fun. Always more gear, I swear. It's the life we live, right? The collector life, you know. And then you get into other hobbies, and then you're like, damn, now I gotta get this. Now I gotta get this. What can you do? The ADHD hobby thing, you know what I mean? It is real. It is real for sure. Oh, I keep yawning over here, guys. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Try not to yawn right into the microphone. But yeah, no, they have a lot of talent for sure. My aunt, too, she's really, really good at the competition shooting and stuff. She does a lot. She's got quite a few trophies up in the walls over there. Oh, I gotta stop yawning. I'm sorry, guys. Can't help it. Just no more snow. That's all. I want more snow. I'm sick of it. Ready for it to end. Oh, dang. That's alright, Robin. If you haven't gotten it yet, you don't need it. You ain't missing nothing. As I'm sure you already know. As I'm sure you already know, you're not missing much, my friend. Yeah, that Michigan weather, man. It's crazy. Especially this time of year. I did make my first 3D models and printed them out. Kind of dope. Nothing fancy. Oh, that's what's up, Robin. That's what's up. What'd you do? Some cars? Some cars or some planes or something? But that's cool, though. Man, those 3D printers, man, I could imagine that it would just totally suck you in, man. The things you could make. So cool, man. So many homies make so many cool things. It's like an endless world. An LGK coin. This silly statue for my buddy. That's what's up. That's dope. That's really cool. Do you own a Donnie? Robin? Yeah, and it's like the free I don't know if it's free, but it's like there's so many databases of like files and stuff that people have already made and you can get. That's what's up. That's what's up. I got the shirt. Oh yeah, that's what you were saying. That's what you're saying. That's what's up. You getting a Ripley? I'm a big fan of that Warrenclyffe folder he does. The Ripley, that's a sick folder. But yeah, no customs for me right now. One day we'll get some. I think I'm gonna get also a McNeese. I don't want the Dixon though. I want the Mac too. Everybody says Dixon, but I just like the look of the Mac too. So much more. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, there's for sure a few cool ones. I don't remember the names of all of them off the top of my head, but yeah, the custom game, man, the custom game. Yeah, I might have to check some of those out, Robin, because I do like the few that I've seen you post, the Vulcans, and I've heard good things about them. Yeah, one day I will own an Aries for sure. I was thinking about just picking a Kubi Bloom up for now, just so that I have something that he designed in the collection, because that would be cool. Support the homie regardless, you know. Yeah, no, that's exactly it, dude. It's like as soon as he says he's gonna post them on his Etsy store, they're usually gone. Right on, Robin. I might have to check some more of those out. Feel free to send me any that you think are dope. But I'm definitely going to be diving into Vulcan soon. Check them out. I think I've seen Ray on Everyday City Carry talk about them as well. I do believe I've seen a few posts from him about Vulcan as well, and I've heard a few other people talk highly of them. But yeah, I mean, that is also for sure something that I would like to check out is some customs that are more reasonable priced and not like $2,000 to $5,000 knives. You know, would be cool. Gotta light my incenses over here. You know, gotta burn my dragon's blood in the music room. You know, keep it smelling like a 2000 skate shop. Yeah, $300 to $400 for a custom knife is an insanely good deal. That's like crazy. Yeah, now I gotta check them out for sure. Oh, Nag Champa. Okay, right on. Right on. That's a good one. Like Dragon's Blood, and then I can't remember the other one. It's been a minute. Let me lean back here as I blow my nose so it's not into the microphone. But yeah, $300-400 for a custom knife is an outstanding good deal. That is something that I'm gonna have to look into for sure. Yeah, Vulcan. Very cool. Oh, thank you, Robin. No, it's not. It's just a solid state, but it is a 412 cab. Um, it's just a MG 100 FX, so it's like a solid state Marshall with it like a FX head. You know, it has a bunch of different stuff in there. But I don't ever use any of that like effect stuff. I just play it clean for the most part. A little overdrive, maybe a big muff here and there, noise gate. Nothing crazy. What I would like to get for the Marshall cab is a Boss Katana head. I think that would be sick. I love the Boss Katana. It's like my thesis statement to guitar players everywhere is that they should check out a Boss Katana Mini for a practice amp because they're awesome. No, I don't mess with none of that really, Robin. My buddy does circuit bending, but not really for guitar pedals. He does it for like random other stuff. But yeah, the circuit bending, dude, you can do some crazy stuff to guitar pedals and like all kinds of stuff. Anything with circuitry, really. Yeah, Boss Katana, I'm a huge fan, dude. I did a review on it just because I wanted to do a review on like some music gear, you know. So I did a review on it, and I'm like a huge fan, man. Um, I think they're on like the 4th version now of the Boss Katana, but you really can't go wrong, man. It's so simple, and I'm like a nut when it comes to sitting down and playing music, right? Like I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Like if you got to sit down and you have to mess with gear, the more I have to sit and mess with gear, the less I want to sit and play music. And if I'm like in that zone where like I want to pick something up and play, I need to be able to sit down, plug in, turn it on, and play. And with the Boss Katana, I can just grab a Les Paul, plug it in, and get exactly the sound I want. And I spend zero time messing with gear, zero time. And that is what it's all about for me nowadays, is that I am not messing with gear or sitting there in a like how can I get this one sound? How can I gotta get it like this, or if I mix this pedal with this pedal. No, I'm not doing none of that at all by any circumstances, any means, no way, Jose, not doing it. Plug in, turn the amp on, play. That's what I want. And that's exactly what I get with the Boss Katana. And that's one reason why I love it so much. And that's one reason why I want to get a Boss Katana 100-watt head for my Marshall cab, because plug in and play, boom. No messing with gear. It's great, dude. You cannot beat that. When you're in that creative mindset and you're like in that creative zone, the last thing you want to do is get sucked out of that zone by having to mess with gear, right? Even if it's just for a few seconds, dude, it can take you totally out of it. Thank you, KZ. I love that Gibson, man. I've had it since I was like freaking, I don't even know, 13, 12, 13, 14, something like that. P90s, man. I'm a sucker for P90 pickups. I love them. I call them soap boxes, but damn, I love a P90. It's a good guitar. Gibson makes a good guitar. P90's a good pickup, for sure. I really want to try, but they're freaking $900, which drives me kind of crazy. But there's a new Epiphone Les Paul with Fishman pickups, and it's super thin and light, but I want the Les Paul with the Fishmans in there. That's like there hasn't been like a newer guitar that's like came out in a while that's been like, oh, I gotta have it. But that's like one that I would really dig getting my hands on. But it's an Epiphone for $900, and that's a lot of money. But also, Mark Morton from Lamb of God just got his signature Gibson Les Paul, which is crazy to me that he got a Gibson Les Paul. But whatever. If that's what he plays, that's what he plays. Fender Frontman, 10 G's. Okay, so my thing is, Neil, I have blown up a Fender. I've blown up a crate. I've blown up a Line 6. I've blown up another Fender. I've blown up a Marshall practice amp. I've blown up a couple off-brand amps. I've blown up just about every single brand of guitar amp that you can name. I have blown up a practice amp. Not like intentionally, but just like every once in a while, a smaller solid state amp, dude, it just like seems like it hits a peak and then it doesn't sound the same again. I don't know, but they definitely have a tendency to blow. But also, if you're just playing at home by yourself, like whatever, you know what I mean? No big deal. But also get what you like and like what you get. So, you know. But I've definitely had my fair share of Fender practice amps for sure. My buddy had a really good one though. A really good one. It was like, I might have been that one actually. You know, might have been that one actually. But there has been a lot of good stuff made lately, you know, in terms of guitar stuff. PV Backstage Plus is a tank. Right on. Yeah, those old PVs, man. Those are sick. There's a lot of good old PVs. I would like to try. Let's see. What haven't I tried guitar amp wise? I never owned a Vox. I was always interested in Voxes. Those were always cool. Never got to try one of those. I mean, like I plugged in and played one at like Guitar Center or something like that, but never owned one. Never had the time to like spend hours with a Vox. Heard a lot of good things about them though. Yeah. Black Star. I want to try a Black Star. I've heard good things about Black Stars. The two guys that founded Black Star were former Marshall employees, so I would guess that Black Star probably has some dang good stuff. Yep, that's what's up, KZ. It does have some good power to it for sure. And those older tubes, man, they're just freaking tanks for sure. Got some girth on that bad boy. All right, give me 1 sec, guys. Bathroom break in real quick. Be right back. Yeah. And we are back. A Roland JC120. My buddy had a Roland Cube, and he liked that thing a lot. I think he ended up trading it for something else. But I've heard a lot of people say they like the Roland Cube. But Roland's a pretty good brand of amps. They make a lot of good keyboard stuff for sure. A lot of good keyboard speakers and keyboard amps. Excuse me. But yeah, I like the lanyard on the bug out. What do you think? Gives it a good little accent there with the little bead. Love that thing, man. I keep carrying it. Can't get enough. But yeah, it's getting late out there. Oh, look at that. We got some close-ups. I don't know how I feel about that. I have to give this bad boy a spin. See how long it stays going for. But yeah, excited to get my hands on that wingspan. That would be cool. Like trying new stuff, you know. New stuff is always fun to try. See what you like, see what you don't like, what you don't know until you try. Oh. Oh, guys, come on. What can you do? Tough crowd sometimes, you know? Tough crowd. But yeah, Saturday night, man. Hope everyone out there's having a good weekend. Nobody's working too hard. Hope everyone's getting some chill time. I got some cheesecake calling my name here in a little bit, I think. Still eating my birthday cheesecake a week later. Trying to make it last, you know. And nobody else in the house likes cheesecake besides me, so it's a dad thing. So I got my cheesecake. Might have to dig into some of that in a little bit here. Got the sampler platter, and then got the homemade grandma's recipe. So, you know, we got some cheesecake options, which is always really, really solid. To have multiple kinds of cheesecake is always far better than just having one kind of cheesecake, you know? So that is always fun. More cheesecake better than less cheesecake, you know? So that's a positive. That is a positive. I gotta get my bass guitar has an electrical short. I need to get that electrical short fixed so I can play some bass. My buddy gave it to me. I had an electrical short when he gave it to me, but I did not want to get rid of it. I wanted to keep it so I could have a base in the collection. You can fix the electrical short. Bring your own soldering gun. I don't have one. Gotta fix my light switch. Got a light switch break. Gotta fix that bad boy. That's gonna be a pain in the butt. Ah, perfect. Bring your own solder. Have a solder party. Fixing electrical shorts. But yeah, almost 2:30. Yeah. Yeah. Right on. Heck yeah. Yeah, so a couple projects in the works, nothing too crazy. The pleasures of owning a house, you gotta constantly fix shit. One Moon Collective, what up, though? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I've been playing, the other night, I got super sucked in. I was playing sessions, knocking out a bunch of challenges. I freaking love that game, dude. Hard, challenging, but really fun and worth it for sure. Especially if you like skateboarding. If you don't like skateboarding, probably not so much. But it's like Tony Hawk on crack. It's way, way, way harder. Way more frustrating. You don't just press a button, I've been talking about it for a while, but it's like such a fun game. And then I've been really sucked into Nintendo sports. It's like Wii sports. It's like Wii bowling and stuff. Things of that nature. Hey, later, Neil Mack. I appreciate you for stopping by. It's about that time for me too, my friend. It's about that time for me as well. But yeah. So yeah, I appreciate everybody joining me. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me on Saturday night. It was good seeing you guys. It was good talking to you guys. Good hanging out. Good shooting the shit. I appreciate y'all for coming, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Later, guys. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. It means a lot as we continue this journey. I'll be here next week, and hopefully my co-host will be back and over his bout of sickness, right? So, Casey, brother, feel better if you're seeing this. I appreciate everyone for hanging out. We'll see you guys on the next one. Later, y'all. Appreciate you.